Checkmate, being the sequel to Some Play Chess, written by L.M. Wasylciw and narrated by Jack Wynters. Chapter 1. If the fish hadn't opened its mouth, it wouldn't have been caught. Kenneth danced a little jig as he went up the stairs, moving in time to the music, smiling as he followed the scent of jasmine that had been released from Jessica's bathwater. He knew that she was preparing herself for the evening, the wild and wonderful evening that he had planned for them. In his hands were 2 wine-glasses, one for himself and one for Jessica. Kenneth never did anything halfway, and expensive wine was the perfect start to a wonderful evening. He gave no thought to the rocky times of their marriage, for in his mind they were trivial, little bumps in the road of marriage, transitional situations that every couple faced, and was thankful that those little bumps were over. Kenneth paused on the stairs and listened to the song that was playing. At the remembered line in the song, "Memories," he joyfully sang along. He had never felt more elated, and was glad that Jessica had finally realized that her female emotions, her feminine whims, her hormonal thing, had disrupted their lives altogether. Now that was all behind them, and their lives had finally slipped into the usual pattern, and was back on track. He was pleased that she finally saw it his way, and they were once again getting back into the lifestyle. And what a lifestyle it was, with another fun-filled evening of group sex. Kenneth had invited the perfect partners. When he reached the top stair, he recognized the heavy scent of jasmine, and momentarily wondered why Jessica was not using rosewater. "Surely she knows rosewater is my favorite," he thought, then brushed it aside. Little things like that did not really matter all that much. It was the big things that were important: money, power, and sex. He stopped at the top of the stairs, surprised to see that the door to the master bedroom was open. They had not used that room for many months, not since she had run off to see her mom on PEI. When Jessica had arrived home from the hospital, she had ever so boldly made it clear to her mom that she no longer slept there. Then, after it was obvious that Jessica was not moving back into the master suite, Kenneth had reluctantly moved into the guest room with her. Over those months, it became the bedroom that they shared. Out of curiosity, he moved closer to the open bedroom door, then stopped on the threshold. The room appeared to be untouched, and strangely, the same emotions that he had felt on the night Jessica...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?